Okay, here I am with Martha Sullivan, the woman with the number 10 sparkly shirt that I saw at the AB 2140 hearing in Sacramento, and I was very moved by what she said, that she was there for the 10 orcas at SeaWorld. Hi, Martha.
Hello.
So tell me about anything.
Well, I mean, it's been what a heck of a day today. I mean, kind of the culmination of our emails and phone calls and text and all the planning we've done over the last, what is it, like 2.5 weeks or something? It's not very long, maybe 3 weeks at the most. And so today was really great, you know, first sort of step of displaying this historic folk art banner, you know, calling for Corky's freedom. And the last couple of days, you know, out at Comic-Con and out and about in San Diego, just letting people know about this.
Yeah, and meeting Rod Roddenberry was very exciting.
Exactly. The son of Gene Roddenberry, the Star Trek creator, along with, you know, his mother was Majel Barrett, who was the nurse in the original Star Trek. So that was really, really cool. It's so serendipitous.
Yeah, and just, you know, taking the banner out of the containers and just seeing the messages, to me, was just very, very moving.
And this is really I mean, I'd opened up maybe 3 bins up until today. And then when I saw the ones that you were carrying, you know, some of the ones you've been carrying with you when you brought them out, when we were out and about doing outreach the last couple of days. But, you know, pulling about half of them out today. Yeah. I mean, it was just incredible. It was so fabulous.
Yeah, it was just such a good, it was like, I just felt surrounded by love when I was around that banner.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And worldwide.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Japan and Australia and Austria and France and the UK and it was, Canada.
Yeah, it was nice seeing the people who were coming to see the banner. People connected with different pieces of the banner, which was really nice.
You know, when we were down at the beach and we were making more mini sandbags. Yeah. You know, after our second trip, a gentleman walked up and said, "So what are you guys doing?" And so I explained to him, and he, you know, his first reaction was when I said, you know, we would like for Corky to be allowed basically to retire to the ocean. He said, well, you know, won't they die? Yeah. And that's when I told him about Keiko. Yeah. And he was really interested in that. Yeah. And he had no idea that Keiko, you know, that it's a long-term process. It's rehabilitation. And I think as I explained it to him, he totally understood that you wouldn't be able to go from a tank to the open ocean. Yeah. You know, you have to go through this rehabilitation process.
You know, it could take years and steps. And yeah.
So I said, that's the same kind of thing we're talking about doing for Corky and for the other orcas that are in captivity. Yeah. So that was a great example of, you know, how this works. Yeah. It's having those sort of one-on-one conversations with people. It's like when we met people at Comic-Con. Yeah. And it wasn't just standing there passing out flyers. You know, or holding a sign. It was, you know, connecting with people because something a costume they were wearing or something they had with them struck us as, you know, this might be somebody who would connect with what we're doing.
He had a wave on the back of his shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
That, you know, and then
we saw waves, and well, you know, let's ask him what the wave is about.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was a great conversation. Yeah. You know. There was actually a second person, you know, on our third trip to do the mini sandbags today. Another woman walked in and said, "So what are you guys doing?" So I explained it to her and gave her the flyer. Yeah. Because that time I brought flyers, you know, and so that's what grassroots organizing is all about, is trying to have those sort of one-on-one connections with people.
And I love just grassroots, like we're just doing it. You know, nobody's paying us to hand out flyers. Exactly. We're not with any particular.
Totally volunteer.
It's just we're just doing it.
And that's the funny thing is that, you know, this is true for a lot of the grassroots organizing I do because it's volunteer and it's usually people with a common concern you know, a common objective who just come, you know, they gravitate together and they come together to work on something. But, you know, folks who either interview you for the media or, you know, somebody in authority always wants to know, well, who are you with?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they always want to know, you know, who are you with and who's your leader? And, you know, they assume that there's some big organization behind you.
Yeah,
that, you know, you're being paid or you're being directed what to do. And it honestly, it's the purest kind of like small d democracy.
Yeah.
You know, it's people just coming together with that common purpose and making something happen.
Yeah.
And this is like the perfect example of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you getting your idea for your journey and then finding out about the banner and then going and finding it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, reaching out to somebody in San Diego, you know, because you'd seen me on the committee hearing. It just, that's the absolute essence of what grassroots organizing is about. It's just regular people connecting with each other and making something happen.
And I just hope other people are inspired to do something, no matter what it is, you know, for any cause that they believe in.
Exactly.
You know, if there's something
you don't have to wait around.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait around for some big organization to tell you what to do, or you don't have to wait around for some big check.
Yeah.
You know, because in actuality, we're much more resourceful when we don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because we figure out how to get stuff done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it may not be, you know, a huge fancy splash, but, you know, I think for a lot of people it's much more authentic.
Yeah. True.
You know, when you're not doing the slick marketing campaign.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you doing what you think is important.
Yeah.
People connect with that.
Yeah. Well, Martha, thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate your time and effort and knowledge. I couldn't have done this without you. So thank you, Martha.
It's been a lot of fun. It really has.
Thanks.